So welcome back to part 2 of what's turned into my recycling pageant. On Monday I posted saying that it was Global Recycling Day on Thursday, so that's been and gone. We also learned a little bit about how recycling has actually got quite a lot to do with net zero, and it's got a lot to do with the carbon emissions as well. And I declared, or I promised rather, that I was going to collect all of my rubbish for an entire week, which sounds absolutely gross, and to be honest with you, seeing it pile up on my kitchen worktop has been fairly gross. I'll be honest, the utility room has looked like a hoarder lives here. But what I'm going to do with now is share the results of that. How much rubbish as a small household of 2 adults actually created, bearing in mind only 2 people, and we are 2 people who we already think that we do quite a lot to reduce our waste. We already have a milk room, we go to the butchers, we try and really limit where we can what plastic and cardboard we have. We feel like we try, but actually I think the results are fairly shocking. Right, okay, so here it all is. 2 adults worth of waste, Monday to Friday just about. So having this pile up is absolutely horrific, and actually getting it all out on a Saturday morning like this, it's not a good look for me. However, let's have a look at the sort of crap. I've really limited the takeout coffees that I've had this week, just because I knew that is stuff that I don't recycle. You can see I've been to Boots, I've tried to be sensible and have a paper bag, but actually there isn't too much there. I can't really do anything about the tea consumption. We've had some letters and stuff like that, so that's all absolutely fine. I feel like I can kind of live with the paper. When I move on to the glass, the plastic, all that sort of stuff, this is when I think it starts to get a little bit more disgusting. So at the back we've got a bag that's just full of general miscellaneous plastics. I didn't realise quite how many jars I use a week. I mean, yeah, alright, this Marmite's been on the go for a while. Not even I can eat a whole bottle of Marmite in a week. You know, the Radox, the Fairy, these are things that I've been running out of for quite a long time, and it just happens to have fallen in this week. But there's quite a lot of stuff in there that if you were to imagine this floating in a pond, it's fairly disgusting. There's also the stuff that I can, the compostable waste or whatever it is, that's a fairly weighty thing. And I've also been emptying my Hoover as well, because that's waste, into, you know, would you believe it, another plastic bag. So that's it. I don't know if this is the sort of thing that you share on YouTube, but hey, it's what I said I'd do. Right, the next thing that I'm going to do is weigh it in, because it all looks very impressive on the floor, but let's see what it actually weighs. So, compost. Switch this thing on. I've already put my Airwick on, so the smell of garbage everywhere. So, compostables. That is coming in at a whopping 1.1 kilos. Okay. Then we've got the glass and plastics. I'm not even sure if I can do this with one hand. Can I get it to balance on? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't know if you can see that. We are just shy of 1.5 kilos of glass and plastic. Paper and cardboard, I've managed to get it all into the one bag, so that's good. What we're coming out at? 500 grams, just over, so half a kilo. And then the miscellaneous stuff, I don't really know what to do with this. This is just dust out the Hoover. I'm a bit mad, I think. 275 grams. Right. So there we have it. Scores on the doors, household of 2 adults already trying the best, and we've created in 5 days 3.37 kilos of waste. Sounds horrible, but most of this can be recycled, so not too bad. So then I've thought, well, I need to compare myself with other households. What's the point in knowing what I am if I don't know where I am in comparison to everybody else? Local authorities in England state that their average waste collection per person in 2019 was a staggering 392 kilos. That's per person, not per household. So quick division by 52 weeks, and I hope this is right, it's 7.5 kilos of waste per person per week collected in England. So suddenly, I don't feel too bad at all to have 2 people creating 3.5 kilos. I'm actually glad for once to be well below the national average. And I don't want to forget, of course, that those statistics are for a full week, and I've only done it Monday to Friday, well, Monday to Saturday morning actually. So probably if you add on a little bit more, maybe 1.5 kilos for today and tomorrow, that's well above average, but it is the weekend, so eat more at the weekend. So probably looking at about 5 kilos for the household for the week, so 2.5 each. My maths is coming on great. Still well below the national average, so I'm really quite pleased about that. The next step in all of this, I think, would be to calculate how much carbon dioxide would be used to recycle all of this, to create all of this, and you know, work all of that out. But I'm going to do that in another episode, because I think that's going to be quite complicated, and I think it's going to be quite interesting in itself. And let's of course not forget the matter of the other little bit of waste that I need to take care of. That's right, I've tied up the poo bags used through the week. Don't know if you can read that. 29! What am I going to do about that? So here I am again with all my rubbish. I've got a little bit attached to it all apparently, seeing it all build up on the sides. I've got a bit of a kinship with it, not really. This is all going in the recycling the second this video is finished. But what I was thinking was that actually, you know, maybe making a few more conscious decisions about making the right choices can have quite a big impact on the environment. 2 decisions really, as far as I'm concerned, that we can make. The first one is, let's all try and be a bit more conscious about the amount of unnecessary stuff that we use. So let's try and cut down on packaging, let's try and cut down on the amount of jarred food that we use, the amount of plastic that we use, and really I think that you can get your footprint down quite easily. And the second thing, of course, is that when you've used the stuff, we can all recycle it, which is absolutely great. So thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed it. Bit of an unusual one really, picking through somebody's rubbish, but there we go. I'm off now to decontaminate my kitchen floor, but if you like this, click like and subscribe, and follow me on the road to net zero. See you next time.